Hey, it's Tim, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk, joined by the 5-1 World, Jill Ciminillo. We're here in Michigan at a really cool barn. Is that a cool barn, Jill?
I think it's a cool barn.
Oh wait, we got a cool truck behind us.
Yeah.
We have a 2024 Chevy Silverado EV RST, and in this video, I thought, maybe not argue, we'll discuss it. We both have some,
maybe I agree with him.
We have some pros and cons on this. And I thought I want to put this out to you guys immediately. We'll have some driving impressions that go next week. I'll link the videos together. But I want to talk about this. But let's start with the big news that everybody's going to talk about immediately in the comments. Settle down, keyboard warriors. Pour a little bit in your coffee. Pop the top. Just relax for a second. This is a first edition. 440 miles of range. $96,000. And because of that price point,
yes,
it doesn't get the tax credit of $7,500.
Right.
Now, are you done? Hold on. Are you done typing?
So if you were familiar with the tax credit, there are a number of things that you have to meet in order to qualify. And one of those things is an $80,000 price point. So this is $16,000 over that, but there are some versions that are less than $80,000.
Currently, the work truck qualifies. There will be a Trail Boss version coming.
Yep.
They're going to do an LT version. So this is just the first taste. This is the cherry on top of the cake that's coming down. And as a truck guy myself, and I to a fault, I'm really interested in this. Not for all the politics around EV stuff. That's just noise. I'm interested because there's lots of features in this that I think are useful for truck guys. And this is going to be more the future we're looking at. We'll see the innovation from this may go to ICE vehicles, ICE vehicle innovation go to EVs. This is like a telltale of the future, harbinger of the future. Or
yeah, well, you know, and I think that this might be the truck that makes people consider EVs. Because 440 miles of range. Yeah,
and we'll talk more about towing, we'll talk more about utility in a little bit in this video. We have a couple different setups of that. So let's get to this. Again, we can't tell you how it drives yet. That's next week. I'll have another video on that. But let's talk about this. So this is black. All the trucks I have here are black.
Any
color you want as long as it is black. Right. So this is, I call it the Night Rider.
Yeah.
Because Night Rider kind of LED lights. It looks cool driving around. I love the look of this.
Yeah.
I like the bow tie with the white LED lights around it. I'd love to see this at night. And unfortunately, it's not night, and we're flying out in about an hour and a half, so we don't have a chance for that. But I like the look of it. I like how it looks on the side. Yes, you're right in the comments. You're right. Slow down, keyboard warriors. It is a Chevy Avalanche. It has the same look to it. I wish they would have called it a Chevy Avalanche. I understand the marketing behind it. You know, Silverado has more marketing name.
It has more cachet.
Cachets.
Plus it has an E in it, so they can have the blue E.
And Google Silverado, I mean, it's just, there's a lot to involve, the search traffic, stuff like that. I get it. I do wish there were some Easter eggs, like an Avalanche symbol on the dash somewhere, or something in the graphics or something, because people love the Avalanche. My brother had one, loved it. I know a lot of people like it. I wish they had some sort of Easter egg somewhere that kind of give out to that. So I love the look of it, like the lights on of it. But we were talking to the chief engineer about this and different things. So there's a question I have in the front, and that is, how do you do a front recovery? So I'll show you footage here in just 1 second, like right about now on the work truck. This is the work truck, and you can see right here, there's a recovery point built in. You take the big piece of metal, screw it in there, has a hook on it. We'll talk about more about that with the RST. Okay, so you saw the little thing in the work truck right here, and it's I don't know, say it's a 6-inch or a foot long metal pipe that has a circle in it and it screws in. Yep. I'm okay with that.
We saw it in the Equinox video that we have already posted.
Yeah, so
we haven't posted yet because
it's coming.
But it's coming.
Teaser. There is an item for that. I'm liking that. So we talked to chief engineer. She says in the owner's manual there is a place to recover it. You basically take a tow strap through here, was it, Jill? I thought it was. And
no, she said underneath.
Underneath.
You have to like take, you're gonna have to take the plate off.
Right, or something. And the problem is this is all plastic, and so what I want to say is I would like to see the RST and other models have an easier to access recovery point like the work truck has. That's what I want to say.
Because, I mean, we have a lot of conversations about why you don't have tow hooks or recovery points.
Safety teams and legal teams have won over these automakers. They want to make sure that the front end, it becomes a popcorn.
I'm just going to point out, if I get hit by a truck, The little like recovery hook down here is the least of my worries.
And so what the recovery hook does, it delays the safety systems from engaging because there's a piece of metal sticking out. That's why there's a big fight over these right now. Fine, I don't have them, okay, but give me some options. I like the idea I can screw something in. Yeah. Gives me an option. Now, as Jill pointed out, if you happen to be in a situation where you get like bogged down in mud and you can't get to the rear because you are buried in the rear, you can use Max Tracks, a shovel. Yeah. I used 2x4s as a kid growing up. You can get yourself out of that, but it's a lot more difficult to do that.
Yeah. So and you have to be prepared.
You have to be prepared. Yeah. So if you go off-roading, you have to make sure you have Max Tracks or shovels, and you have to be ready for it because there's not an easy way to do it.
But to be fair, I mean, this is not an off-road model. It is not meant to go off-road. Yeah. It doesn't have skid plates.
Right. So the odds of a person doing that with this truck are maybe low, but I don't know.
It's just like if you get stuck in snow, if you get stuck, you know, there are situations, but I mean, they're probably few and far between. Right. Okay, so let's do the frunk thing because, as you know, with a lot of EVs have a front storage area. They call it the frunk. People don't like the name. Get over it. That's what we're calling these things. In this case, we have a storage area. The Equinox video will post in a little while later on. It's not so the case in that one. So we'll see if this opens. I'm putting Jill on the spot here. Okay. Right. Try it again. There we go. Okay. Careful your hand. So I have to say it's weird. Unlike you don't have a regular trunk pull. It's like a electronic button.
Yeah, and it sinks back down. I kind of caught my hand a little bit, but that's okay. I will survive. So we have, if you haven't been in an EV lately, should we open this up for them and show them the hookup? And while she's doing that, I'll show you. We have front power, 120 volts of front power. This is waterproof and it's lockable storage. And there is a Jill release button. So Jill hops on lots of frunks, but this is your emergency release button. This is the plug.
Okay,
and look, we have one of those, but we have no way to use it. Well, the plot thickens. Dun, dun, dun. No, stop. All right, so this is a 220 hookup. You have to make sure that you have the plug in your garage or house, whatever. And then this hooks in, so you can charge faster with a 220 than you can with this is a 110. This is your regular household. You can charge the 110. It goes right in. You can see the holes, right?
Yep.
And you have the gun, and we'll show you where this placement of this gun goes to connect.
The gun? It's a connector.
I
wouldn't call it a gun. A gun like pew, pew, pew.
Exactly. So 110 takes forever. You can do it. Just takes multiple days, like a day or longer.
With a battery this size, it would probably take like 5 days.
Yeah.
To charge it.
220, much faster. A lot of people keep their EVs always charged up, so you're not using empty to full. Supercharger, 100 miles and whatever. It was much faster. Yeah.
So it's at 100 miles in 10 minutes. It's 20 minutes to 80, or 20% to 80% in 40 minutes. I think that is what I heard.
Right. We got some Equinox and Silverado stuff blended in my head, I know for sure. Let's talk about the charger placement real fast. Other side. Good luck, Jill. I'll be back.
Well, does it, like, there should be a button.
Good luck, Jill. I'll be back.
I'm like, is there? I need a kick-activated frunk.
Yeah, so it does have a button, so go ahead and push the button. Yeah, we insert in the video, Jill didn't know what the button was. So, and then it's a little picky today. It's overheated us. We're hot, it's hot. There it goes. So button's like right down in there. Okay, cool, thank you. This is the, God, I get it wrong each time. It's on the back, but I keep forgetting which side's on the back. So I'm gonna tease you the back here a little bit. Here.
Oh, I'm like.
Gosh, I tried to find it. So this is your home connector for charging.
Yes.
This you pop out. This is your supercharger connector. Supercharger, much faster.
Yeah.
Charges up much faster. This is a home. 80%, 90% of your charging happens at home. Road trips, it's an issue. One of my issues with this, and we've talked about, and automakers are trying to figure out, is where do we place this thing? Some EVs it's in the front, some it's in the back. You have a trailer connected, you got to decouple your trailer, you got to hook up, or I've seen photos online, people have pulled through multiple stalls of EV chargers and plugged in because they couldn't they didn't want to unhook their trailer.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of...
Well, and you know, so it's funny, my home charger, I see Mustang Mach-E's pulled in like this all the time, and the charger you're supposed to pull in like this, and I was like, well, why are they pulling in like this? Well, it's because of the location of the port, and so in order to be able to charge, and the cord isn't long enough to like pull across the hood, and if you back in, it's not long enough to pull up, because I want to say it's like on the front, like right side or something, but it's just in such an awkward location that you can't pull in, you can't back in, so you have to like nose in, and then that way the cord will reach.
Yeah, I just think there's a lot of conversation right now with automakers on where to put it, and then where do we build the charging stations, where to put the cabling. It's still being worked out. What you like to say, TBD. We still got to figure this out.
But I will say, like,
I like the front.
I was going to say, from a user standpoint, I actually like the back.
Do you?
To either back in. Plus, people are familiar with this.
That's true, because that's kind of
where the gas, you know, tank is. Like, you never fuel up from the front. So I just think that from a muscle memory thing, from a user standpoint, putting it where you would normally put the gas tank,
it does make some sense.
Makes sense.
Okay, yeah. So it's just pro and con on that one. That's why I said we're going to discuss it. 24-inch wheels. These suckers are big. That's Jill, 5 foot tall. That's as tall as they are.
I know, it's like...
yeah, biggest factory wheels they've ever done. We have 8 lug nuts. Why do we have 8 lug nuts? We have about a 9,000-pound curb weight vehicle. This is heavy. The EVs, especially the Hummer, and now this Silverado that's set up, is a very heavy EV. So we need extra strength here on the wheels. So we have 24-inch wheels, 8 lug nuts there to keep it going. We have built-in side step bars there, which I think is interesting.
What word do you want to use?
I don't know what we're using. I'm getting really hot. We're gonna get in the truck. We're gonna get in the truck in a little bit. So it's interesting. I thought that those would be cooler to be deployable.
Right.
Like the higher trim levels are deployable. This is interesting. Yeah, they're just bolt in. Yeah.
Running boards is the word.
Running boards.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. It took forever. So
I was just gonna let you try and take a hole for yourself,
right,
and you did.
We have like I said, avalanche styling. Why do we have a buttress? We have a unibody construction. We need additional support putting stuff in the bed, so we're not going to crack this in this cab configuration. That's why the buttress exists. Okay, so Jill is... So, yeah, we have the multi-flex tailgate.
I'm just hitting buttons, don't mind me.
Okay. Okay, we made our way over here. This is the static display, but I want to talk about a couple things. Jill, use my truck as a tool.
You use your truck as a truck. As a truck
and a tool. And this is the tool to the max, right? So yes, I can do a 10-foot board in here. I have the most room to put stuff in the bed. I can put my Midgate down. I can use it as drywall, anything I want to haul back here. Canoe, there's like a canoe over there. I mean, this is cool. This is really cool. My truck becomes a better tool. I love that. I also love the power they have back here, but I really like the fact that this is a 240 volt there, 30 amp, 120, 120, 20 amp, 240. So I could, if I wanted to, make this the ultimate work truck in that I can weld off that. I can use it as a welder, and I can haul as much as I want, and I can come back from work day, put my Midgate back up, maybe scoop out my bed, whatever, and take the family out for a nice dinner, and I still have a nice ride, plus I have a very versatile tool. And I love that piece of this truck. I said when I bought a F-150 Power Boost a couple years ago, I didn't care at all about hybrid.
Yeah, you wanted
I wanted power. Utility. I want power. I want, you know, in my view, if I'm gonna go EV because I want to, or GM corporate's gonna make me do it, or GM Polisher's gonna make me do it.
Nobody's gonna make you do it.
If I have to go that way,
gonna make you.
Give me something, and I want that. That is a really useful tool for me. And what's great about that, you have 10,000 pounds towing. You can, like we have a demonstration over there, you can go boondocking anywhere you want. You can plug in your camper. And I have used these trucks with that plug-in, and you'd be surprised how little power it pulls off the power summons units. Now, if you don't have a soft start on your camper with the air conditioner, you need to get that. Reduces your power amperage quite a bit. But you can boondock, and you can drive back in town. So I like the aspect of that.
And one thing I do want to say too, because this has 440 miles of electric range, because I know a lot of people are like, yeah, you can tow 10,000 pounds for like 30 seconds. this has the most towing capable range of an electric truck that's currently out there. And you know, typically you say, I mean, you would probably know better than I, like you cut your range by about 50% when you're towing, right?
Yeah, so that's the rule of thumb.
On a gas vehicle, you're going to cut your range by 50%.
The argument you need to have, and I think too many outlets, and if I were to criticize my other outlets, too many outlets are saying cut 50%, you can't tow. No, towing is so much more complex. It's physics, right? What are you towing? Are you towing a boat? A boat uses less power than a camper does because camper's taller. Right. Physics, wind resistance. Well, how much weight you're towing? Where are you towing at? I tow at 4,000 feet. You may tow at Florida at 100 feet, right? That makes a difference. How fast are you going? People love to tow, and they're like, Tim, I tow 20,000 pounds by heavy duty and 80 miles an hour. Well, if you do that, you're stopping at a gas station anyways. Right. You're sucking down the fuel. So I mean, there's so many variables. It's like
there's variables.
What are we talking about? Yeah.
The point I'm trying to make is 440 miles of all electric range means like if you cut it 50%, you still have 220 miles of towing range.
Right. And here's the other thing to that too. And if you don't follow the campgrounds close enough, you may not know this. A lot of campgrounds are upgrading electrical outlets to have more output at the posts, so you can pull an electric vehicle and you can charge electric vehicle there as well. Because campgrounds like KOAs and things are going, hey, we got to get with the times too. We got to get these people. People are going to want to camp with us. We need to have the facilities to do that. So, is it today? Is it happening right now at this moment? Can you do it right? Go to a dealership and buy a truck and do it right now? Maybe not, but it's coming out, and so I think that's going to go away. Now, if you want to do like I did last year, I took a 62 C10, the Woodward Dream Cruise from my house in Nebraska. You can't do it in an EV. You can't. You can.
You're just going to stop a lot.
Yeah, you can. You have more white hair than I have my beard from the stress going.
Possible?
Yeah, right. But I mean, you can do moderate towing. You can go an hour or so away. Here we're in Michigan. You could hook a boat up and go up north and have fun on the weekend, and you come back down. So you can do these things with EVs. Yeah. But it really comes down to asking yourself all the variable questions, like you will with a gas vehicle.
Yeah, and it's just comes down to, like, what are you going to do? What do you really need it for? I feel like a lot of times Americans are like, well, there's that one time, maybe in 10 years, I'm going to drive from Nebraska to Michigan with a Chevy C10.
And I'm going to do that. I do that once in my life. I'll never do it again.
And so do you really need this vehicle for that one time? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
that's your question to answer.
Yeah, so that'd be my pushback to those people. Yes, EV towing isn't awesome, but it really has a lot more factors involved.
Yep.
Yeah, I was looking for the Midgate. So let's talk about the Midgate. So I'm back here, and so we have what I like is a flat loading floor. ICE vehicles have a training housing or transmission housing going through. I shouldn't say training, transmission housing, and you can't put things flat. I like things flat for my rifles, for my shotguns, transporting goods, TVs, groceries, whatever. The flat floor works a lot better. In this case, we do have a Midgate. So the work truck doesn't have one. This one have one. We have no idea how to do this.
No, so
we have no idea.
You're gonna walk
insert
through
your music on this. So I know. I think this pulls.
You've got to like take this down. Is it that? Oh, you got to pull this up.
Pull that up.
And then
pull that.
This.
Yeah, I can see that release right there.
Oh, and you've got to. I do know. Ooh. I'm gonna, like, totally like nail my toes.
Okay, that's so fine. So then
that. And
then you got to do the other side. So this is. Oh, we have a button here too. I wonder if that.
That's gonna be.
Yep. So, can Jill do it inside the vehicle? Okay, all right. We got that down. So here, before you do the Midgate, look, you have a flat floor here too.
Yeah.
So you have a couple different options how you want to do the flat floor.
Like if you wanted to slide boxes in here, that would be really nice.
Right, and then you have this.
If you wanted Jill to stand in here, she could essentially do that.
By the way, we have a really nice sunroof in here. With a full
glass roof.
And it's a fixed. There is no opening. It's interesting. So that's the idea. Then what about this?
So then, no, I think you have to do the glass first, is it? Is it this?
Try that, yeah. Try that.
What does this do?
I don't know. Try it.
Just hit the button and see what happens, Jill. So I think that might,
that might lock it or unlock it? Okay, that's down. So.
And you've got,
okay. Okay, that glass, okay. Okay, so that, then that, okay, so that glass, oh, you can take the glass out. Yeah, take the glass out.
I think you have to.
Okay, we get a bit of technical assistance. I checked the owner's manual, it wasn't really clear to me, but press that button and then grab the top. You can hear it go out.
Hear it release.
You can hear it release. Yeah, I didn't hear it release. So that goes down. That's your Midgate. That's your 10-foot floor, 10-foot 10-inch floor. Okay.
Yeah, I kind of wish it didn't have the tonneau cover on so that we could see what it looks like, but
yeah, we saw.
Fine.
Yep. So that's what it looks like.
It's fine. But so then let's put it all back together. Without pinching the fingers.
Oh, you gotta let go. I got seat belts.
Sheep belt, schmeat belt.
So you gotta pull the seat belt around and make sure it's on the front. There you go. Then it goes up. Perfect.
And so then
you can do the full thing.
Release the glass, right?
Yeah, it's got to slide. These go up. There you go. Glass goes up. I need that funny music to put in here.
I know.
I need to download it from whatever. Is it the bottom first? Because there's little clips in the bottom.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think bottom first.
Okay.
There you go.
How many Ciminillos does it take to...
And then...
No? I don't... Aha!
Oh, then that goes. I see. This is the thing. You do it once or twice. And
Yeah,
and then that goes up. Okay, perfect.
So...
And then see, we got lots of assistance here.
I need all the...
Oh, I see a little spot. Oh, I see.
Well, isn't that special?
Look at how clever these engineers are. They know us owners aren't following directions all the time. Ah, clever.
Okay, and then...
And then up. And then that way it keeps the seatbelts out of the way. Brilliant. That's a brilliant idea. That might be worth its weight in gold in this video. Then, boom, boom. And then, would you please sit behind yourself and close the door? So this is enough room for 6-foot person or 4 Ciminillos.
Yeah, I'm like...
So, yeah, this is my seating position behind me, and if I hop in and I have this handy grab handle, I love hand handles. Look at this. Look how much room it is. So they were right. They're like 6-foot tall dudes or women or whatever people can sit back here. I mean, I got still tons of headroom and leg room for days. And
I feel like
Jill's
we're kind of in a way,
yeah. So Jill's... All right, let's get back to the rest of the video. Okay, so now inside the truck, I got a few more details to go over. Things we like, things we don't like. We did do wow mode.
Yes.
We'll do that in the driving impression video. We have a lot to do on that. It's a different drive mode. I wanted to see storage behind the screen. In the Silverado ICE vehicle I had storage back here. I could drop my sunglasses back there or binoculars when I go deer hunting. And I just thought, well, why not give me some little storage back there? I thought that was kind of interesting.
I think you took a picture that shows how much can actually fit back there. I think you need to insert that photo.
Yeah, we'll put that in there. All right. Let's see. I'm going through my other details. I like the setup. I like air ride raises 2 inches. You have off-road. You can get up and down. I like that feature of it. I like the 10.7 inches of cubic lockable storage, which is going to be right in here. That's a massive. Let's take the keys. Let's take the keys.
Yeah.
And look at how big. Look how much room you got down there.
I would say use my hand, but that's not a good gauge.
Right. I like that. I like the cup holders. I like that storage there.
Well, and these slide.
Yep. So that slides back and forth. So you have a lot of usable storage there. I am surprised that there isn't more storage all the way through the bottom. EV, no transmission. They covered that up. I thought that may be because they have that storage there.
Yeah.
So you have that. That's why.
Here.
Yep. So you have hidden storage.
From a female perspective, like I don't carry a purse anymore, but like if you had a medium-sized purse, you could fit it in there and then slide it closed, and you'd never see it. You could also put it in here. I think like a smaller, maybe my 13-inch laptop would fit in here. An iPad would certainly fit in here. But I like the idea of this, lockable storage, and you can, if you wanted your cup holders here, you could do that. You could push them back. You can move them forward. You could have access to this. Do you want to know what I like?
What's that?
This is going to be a surprise for pretty much anybody who's ever watched anything that I've done.
Yeah, wireless charging with holder.
Yeah, and your phone doesn't slide around. It doesn't overheat your phone. There's like a cool pad here or a cool venting that comes in, so it doesn't overheat your phone. I had my phone on there for like 4 hours and did not overheat once. Kept charging my phone. Yep. And it's just, you just put your phone in there, and yep, I even had my case on it, and it works.
Yep, it does work. Something that we've discussed that we're not sure works is we're not sure, first of all, the driver information screen. The steering wheel sometimes gets in the way. You got to really figure out the steering wheel placement. We do like the seats raise. They go forward. We miss the old days of GM with power adjustable pedals. I wish those make a comeback for more variety of buyers. Jill's been messing around with seating positions. She doesn't quite have it right based on what she was doing, so she's got to finagle that a little bit more. But yeah, I missed days of that. We do have a power tilt and telescoping steering wheel. I like that feature.
You have different options behind the wheel here. I like that. So I don't know if you saw it, like you have the ability to put your map back here. So if you wanted, I was going to say if you wanted to use Apple CarPlay, but you can't. There is no Apple CarPlay here. The work truck has Apple CarPlay. The RST does not.
Right, because they rolled out a new system with this. They got rid of CarPlay. Jill, on her channel, and I'll link to her the video she's doing when it gets done, she has a whole explanation of how to use Siri with your phone, how to use CarPlay, not CarPlay, how to pair your phone, how to get stuff. She's got a lot of information for that.
How to use the Google account, how to do, pair your phone and do
It's a longer video. Put it over there.
On the web with your phone. How do you?
So Siri's answering me on that. So yeah.
And mine didn't. It doesn't like your voice apparently.
Right, apparently not. So I like that. I think I like the storage in here. Sorry, storage there. I like the headroom. I like the seating positions. I like a lot of stuff like the styling, the stitching. I think they did a lot of stuff well. There's a few things that, the pros and cons. I don't know. You guys gotta let us know in the comments below. What do you guys think of those things?
So I moved a lot as a kid, and we had a realtor who, she told us whenever we'd go to a house, and we're like, oh, we don't like this, we don't like that, we don't feel good about this, she would be like, Ciminillo family. Every house that you look at is going to have a wart. It's going to have a wart, but the question is it a wart that you can live with? So, you look at a truck like this, and every truck, I'm going to say this again, every truck has a wart. And the question is it a wart that you can live with? Yeah.
What do you think? Put your warts down below, or I mean your comments down below. Check the videos of this channel. Like I'll put a video of her channel. She's doing the Equinox. Oh my gosh, too much driving. She'll do the not Apple CarPlay. Hook up with that stuff. We have driving impressions coming up later on next week for this vehicle as well. Put a link to that too. Check the website pickuptrucktalk.com. As always, thanks for watching. We will see you down the road.